Well, welcome YouTube friends and family to today's edition of the Wellness Homesteader. So where am I? I'm in my shower. So I thought I would bring you a little video today that's kind of double duty. One is I get a lot of questions about products that I use. And so I thought I would answer some of those questions, share a few great Amazon buys that I found, and then give you a little tease about our upcoming live September 3rd at 7 p.m. Eastern with Kym and Jasper, where many of these products will be available. So let's get to it. You know, I never realized how hot it was in the shower when you're standing in here with all your clothes on, with lots of light shining on you. But I'm in here because I want to show you these shelves. So I fully admit I have way too much in my shower, and I'm going to explain that in just a moment. But I wanted some shelving where I did not have to drill into my shower surround. This is original to my house. It's 25 years old. It's still in good shape. However, I just did not want to put holes in it. So this shelving unit, and yes, I have talking notes, is called a Heapany, Heapany shower caddy. And it was $25. It came with the large shelf, the small shelf, and a soap dish. And I don't know if you can see these little clear stick-on hooks, but you stick on the hooks and then you latch in the shelf. And this has been up for several months, has not moved an inch. Great option if you're renting or if you have tile where you don't want to drill into your tile. It has not moved a smidge. So super pleased with that, and I will link all of these products below. So why do I need all these shelves when I'm the only one in here taking a shower? Well, I like to use a lot of different products. And you'll notice over here I have 3 different soaps. Any soap that I make for sale, I actually use before I sell it. So I at least try it just to be quality control. One of the things I had noticed was I was getting a lot of soap scum and soap film, and also the nature of handmade soap is that it has a tendency to stick to your shower soap dish that's built in, the plasticky type material. So I purchased these soap savers, and they come in a package of 4. It is a plastic type material, but it is BPA free, and you just keep your soap on it, and it helps it not to stick, number 1, and then number 2, it also prevents your soap from getting soft, and then you can just simply rinse this out, and it makes cleaning your shower so much easier. Highly recommend. They come in, I think, 4 colors, and it's S&T Soap Saver, and they're $7.50. Very well worth the money. So you may notice I've got a lot of like shampoos and different things. So I have been growing my hair for 2 years now. I wish my hair grew as fast as I wanted it to, but it just simply doesn't. So 2 years ago in April, I had my last major spine surgery, and so I cut my hair, just till it touched my shoulders. And so now, oh, my hair's a mess, guys. Now, as you can see, it's pretty much, it's not quite to my waist, but it's pretty close. So you can imagine, as hair is that old on your head, you do have to take care of it. And I have super tangly hair as well. But these are products I've found that I truly love. Now, I will say, I switch up products each time I shampoo. So I will have generally 3 different kinds of shampoo and conditioner in my shower because my hair has a tendency to get used to one if I use it over and over and over again. So the first products I'm going to share with you are products that I don't recommend, but I bought them, so I'm going to use them. So for me, the L'Ange, if y'all are on Facebook, you've seen their ads. L'Ange, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but I bought the Marula Oil Hydrating Shampoo and Conditioner. It's marginal. Shampoo's fine, but the conditioner does not do much for my dry hair, and it certainly is not good at getting tangles out. So a very economical choice, and truly one of my favorites is the L'Oreal Elvive Dream Lengths shampoo. So the shampoo is here, and then the Super Detangler conditioner is here. So this is formulated for people who have longer hair. So it does, or just tangly hair. It does help get those tangles out, and it leaves your hair shiny and clean. I highly recommend this. You can purchase this as a set on Amazon for around $14. So these are not inexpensive products. I'm just going to share that with you. But when you know that they actually work, like the Lash does not, I thought I would give you the heads up. The other piece to the L'Oreal Dream Links is something called Wonder Water. Now this is $8. However, what it is a 8-second detangler. So after you wash your hair, squirt a little bit of this in. You can work it through to your ends, get all of those tangles out, because you don't want to be pulling and breaking off your hair. And then you can put your conditioner on. Love this stuff. Along with that, and I don't have this in my shower, but I stuck it in here so I could share it. In that same line, they have what's called a no haircut cream. So this is sort of a leave-in conditioner. It has castor oil in it, makes your hair very soft, very shiny, and kind of completes that hair care system. So this is $5.97 on Amazon, and I also will tell you that all of these products are available at Walmart as well on the L'Oreal. Okay, my absolute favorite. I actually saw another YouTube share this product, and I thought, yeah, well, okay. I hated to spend the money because the Color Wow shampoo and conditioner set is $42. Now, let me say this. It is BPA free, sulfate and paraben free. And I'm using the Color Security shampoo and conditioner. It doesn't take a lot. I've had these for quite a while, and they're not half empty. But again, I don't use them every time I wash my hair because of the price. This leaves your hair so incredibly shiny and silky. It is amazing. So highly recommend the Color Wow Color Security shampoo and conditioner. They also have different formulas that are for curly hair, for different things like that. So there are some varieties. Along with this, they have something called a Dream Cocktail. And this is a kale infused, almost like a serum that you put in your hair after you wash it. It reduces breakage by 50%. So if you're having trouble getting length in your hair, a big part of that can be due to breakage. So this stuff is wonderful, does not take very much. But the bomb is, and this was the first product I used, the Dream Coat Supernatural Spray. So after you shampoo, condition, put your anti-breakage serum in, you spray this on your wet hair, and then either use a round brush or paddle brush to blow it dry. It reduces frizz amazingly well. And you've all seen me look like a chia pet. You know I have super frizzy curly hair that I blow dry straight. And that has changed my hair care routine, makes it so much easier. The other thing that I do use still is I will use my rose vinegar that I made, and I will link that playlist at the very end. But I will put about a quarter cup of this in some water. After I shampoo, put it on. It gives your hair incredible shine. It's very nourishing. So I use this irrespective of which shampoo and conditioner system I'm going to use. All right. You may notice this lovely blue bottle. See how pretty that cold blue bottle is? And it doesn't have a label on it. And this is one of the products. This is my facial cleanser that will be coming up in the September 3rd sale. All natural, It is amazing. And of course I use all the products that I make, but I also buy products, and I've tried making shampoo and conditioner. That's not my thing. I also keep sugar scrub cubes in the shower. These are either sugar or salt. Actually, I didn't put a label on it, so I'm not sure which, but to exfoliate. So have that product. And yeah, I confess, even though I use my own bar soap, I like a little Bath and Body Works moisturizing body wash. So after I've used the bar soap, I will sometimes flip over and use some of my Bath and Body Works products. So, and then there's a little of this and that, some products that I received in a subscription box for facial cleansings. So I have those in here as well because I am going to use them up. But what you may not have noticed is this little thing. What is this? Have you ever seen one like this? Probably not, because probably what is in most people's shower is this. And I'm not using this, guys. I have this for demonstration. I believe this came in a gift set that I received. So let's talk about what you wash your body with. So this is a 100% cotton bath poof. I also use, and I'm just going to pull it down here, the 100% cotton face cloth done in an exfoliating stitch to help, rid the body of dead skin cells. So why would you want to be using a cotton one versus just these, which this is a very large one, but a lot of times you can buy them at Walmart for like $1 or at the dollar store. Well, let me tell you, I did a little research about the bath poofs. So these are made of a mesh or a netting. Depending on who makes them, all of this may be held together by a staple. I have had the experience before I learned that they were bad for your skin of scratching myself with the staple. It would eventually rust as well. This particular one looks like it's tied together with the rope. I'm not gonna dig in there to show you. I don't know if it actually is or is not. However, this plastic can cause microscopic scratches to your skin, or very small scratches, where a washcloth or the cotton bath poof is not going to do that. The other thing is, these things are a breeding ground for germs. So if you've ever had one of these come undone, you open it when it comes apart, it's like you have enough tutus for like 6 little girls, because there is a lot of net in here. So what most people do is they say, well, it's clean. I just washed with it. I just rinse it out, hang it back up in the shower. So down in here, way down in here, because it does scratch off skin cells, those skin cells tend to, the bacteria tend to feed on that. I know this is gross, but y'all need to know this. And so they become really germ-laden. I'm throwing it in the garbage. Germ-laden poofs. So why would this be any different? Well, the bath poofs, and that's what we're going to be making today, are machine wash and dryable. Now, you should not use a bath poof more than 3 days. You should rinse it, hang it to dry. I have actually modified the pattern so that it isn't so tight. So you can flatten it out, but yet it still has plenty of volume for washing, and it helps foam up your soap or your liquid soap, whatever you happen to be using. So I'm not going to tell you that it can't get stale or it can't have germs in it, but the fact that it's machine washable, it's not scratching the skin off your body. This is a much healthier option. So I'm going to get out of the shower here and then I am going to teach you all how to make these. Now, I will also share, these will be for sale. I have been crocheting nonstop. Every time I sit in a chair, I try to crochet. I will have these in a variety of colors for our live sale on September 3rd. So if you're not a crocheter, you're not interested in how to make one, these will be available. So stay tuned. I'm hoping this angle will make it easy for you all to see what I'm doing. So let's start with talking about all the materials you will need for the bath poof. So the first thing you're going to need is a 100% cotton, and it is important that it's 100% cotton yarn. So this is a very common way. You can find it at craft stores, at Walmart. This brand happens to be Peaches and Cream. This is a 2-ounce skein. So let me tell you, you cannot get an entire bath poof out of one skein. So if you buy 3, you should be able to get 2. So it takes about 3 ounces of yarn. A better way, and these, depending, sometimes the variegated are a little more. They're usually $2 to $3. The variegated can be $3 to $3.18. It just depends on the area of the country you're in and which yarn that you want. Some of the highly colored will leak dye, for lack of a better way to say it, much like a brand new towel will. These lighter colors I've not had a problem with. The way I prefer to buy the yarn is in cones. Now this is a well-used cone. They're much, much thicker than this when they start. I will look and let you know how many ounces, because I honestly don't know how many ounces are in this cone. So you need this. You are going to need a crochet hook, and it can be the style of your choice, whether you use plastic, a padded handle. This is a J10, and it is a 6mm hook. If you use a smaller hook, your poof will be smaller, your stitches tighter. If you use a larger hook, I've never gone larger than J, your stitches will be looser and your poof will be bigger. There is a fine line between luxurious and too big, because it's hard to wring it out and it just becomes like too much material to deal with. So you also need a pair of scissors, and you will need, and please excuse my well-worn needle holder, but you need a needle with a thick eye so that you can, when you get to the end, you can thread your thread through, weave it through so that it doesn't unravel after you've tied your knot. So you do need one of these large needles as well. So I'm not going to attempt to teach you how to crochet, but I actually have several started at different stages. So this is a very simple project. Basically, you need to be able to chain, single crochet, and double crochet. If you can do that, you can make a bath poof. Now, as you can see, since it takes the equivalent of 2 of these, which would be about $6 worth of yarn, they can be a little bit pricier than, say, just going and buying a washcloth. But I literally have had some for years. I change mine out seasonally. Also for different colors. I have Christmas ones, I have spring ones, summer ones, etc. Okay, so the first thing, I do it without thinking, is you're going to make a slip knot in your yarn. So you just have a little bit of a tail like this, and your yarn is now attached to your hook. And what you're going to do is do 5 loose chains, 4 and 5. Now we're going to join this into a ring. So I'm going to slide it through the first stitch, pick up the yarn, and slide that yarn through both of the loops on the hook. So now what we have is a ring and a tail. Let me kind of adjust a little bit. Oh yeah, this is going to be better. Now, the next thing you want to do is we want to have a handle so that you can hang those up in your shower. And this can be at your discretion, as short or as long as you like. I do recommend you do a fairly tight chain stitch, and I like 40. So I'm just going to knock that out really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So let me just show you how tight. So there's not a lot of holes in those chains like there were in the original loop. So let me just knock out 20 more. And I like to put the cone on the floor. It feeds up nicely. But I will share with you that Frankie thinks that all the yarn is his. And so it's usually a battle and I have to keep it on the chair with me. So 20 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now, you want to make sure all of your chains are not twisted. They're all face up. And we want to join back into that original loop. So I'm going to stick my hook through and I am going to slip stitch. And now what you have, pull that up a little bit, is a nice handle and a ring. So in the ring, what you then want to do is make 25 single crochets. Now, y'all may be like, there is no way. Well, the cotton yarn will stretch and you'll have to keep pushing it together. So let me just get it started. So there's 1. And this is the fussiest part of it. 2, 3, and then I'll show you what it looks like. 4, 5. So you can see we're just building on that ring and making row 1, which is 25 single crochets. Now your tail is going to keep letting this first chain get bigger, so you have to kind of keep a rein on the tail, and then we will weave that into the center so we're not in any danger of this unraveling. So I'm going to keep going all the way around, and then I will bring you back with a different color of yarn to show you what row 2 is like. So you can see that the center has stretched as we've put our 25 single crochets in. And this is actually a really good feature of the cotton bath poof because it allows air to circulate and keeps it from getting stale or allowing germs to grow. So it's actually a good thing that you have this nice little airy ring in the center. I'm going to show you here quickly. I've done 25. I'm going to then slip stitch in this very first single crochet going through both threads. And so now we have that perfect ring. We still have our tail, which I will weave in, and our handle. And then you want to chain up 3, and we will begin officially row 2. So this is actually in the first of the 25 single crochets, but we're only going to do our chain up 3. We're going to go to the next stitch. So I'm going to switch colors and I will show you what it looks like as we begin round 2. I've just switched projects to a different color because for ease of filming, I have different stages of completion on several projects so that I can easily show you. So, by the way, this is a Peaches and Cream brand cotton yarn, and I looked it up. It is 14 ounces, and it varies based on color cost, but a 14-ounce cone should make at least 4 bath poofs, if that helps you. So where we are is we have our We have our tail, we have our handle, we have our 25 single crochets. We've joined in the first, we've chained up 3. Now, in every one of the single crochets, we are going to double crochet 3 times. So we're going to make this ring get bigger, and of course it's going to start to ruffle and turn into a ball because we are putting a lot of yarn. So I'm going through both threads. That's 1, that's 2, and that's 3. Now, it's a little tight when you're working in the center. I'm just going to keep going while we talk. And you will maybe wonder as you get close to completing this all the way around, oh my goodness, this is so tight. Is this going to work? The actual pattern I have changed, and I have made these for many years. I sold them faster than I could make them when I had my products in the mercantile before it closed due to COVID. So they are very, very popular, and a lot of people liked to have like 3 of them so that they could simply throw them in the wash, and they wanted color coded for different family members, but 3 each so that they could use them for like 2 days, 3 tops. Then they did not have to worry about any bacteria growth, and they will hold up to washing. The actual yarn instructions say to wash it in cold water, no chlorine bleach. I will tell you, I have washed them in warm water, no problem. And I've also put them in the dryer, no problem. I have not tried any chlorine bleach, but I have used OxyClean without any problem. This yarn is not as color fast, so I can see that chlorine bleach not only would likely take the color out, it might deteriorate those cotton fibers, so I do not recommend any type of chlorinated bleach. All right, so let me finish this one. So as you see, it's starting to ruffle because we're tripling the amount of stitches in each stitch from the previous row. So we're going to continue the rest of the way around. We'll join it in the top of the first, not in the chain 3, in the first double crochet. Then we'll chain up 3 to begin round 3. So let me switch yarns and I will show you what that looks like. Well, as you can see, I have gone all the way around this sample with my double crocheting 3 times in each of the 25 single crochets. So we have this little frilly thing. We still have our good hole in the center. I have woven in the tail back through the stitching that we did in row 1 and trim that off, and then the handle is still coming out the back. I have joined in the first double crochet from the previous round. Now, if you look online for patterns, they will tell you to continue for 2 more rows, putting 3 double crochets in each and every stitch. So you're essentially tripling the volume each time you go all the way around. However, I have found the best way to do this, and this is the secret to my bath poofs, is to put 3 double crochets in one stitch, 2 in the next, 3 and 2. Reason for this is it prevents that ball from being so dense that it absolutely will not dry out. It's not as heavy if you do 3, 2, 3, 2. So let me just show you what that looks like. So we have joined in the top of this stitch here. I've chained up 3, and now I'm going to put 3 double crochets in the first stitch. In the next stitch, I'm going to do 2. In the next, I will do 3. So you can see it goes fairly quickly, but since you're increasing basically almost by triple each row, it gets slower as you go along. So let me just finish this one and show you. Again, we still have the ruffle because we are putting more stitches in this row than in the row previous. I will continue 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2 all the way around, and just like we've done in every row previous, I will slip stitch in that first double crochet, chain up 3, and we'll be ready to start row 4. So we are now on the home stretch. We are getting ready to begin our 4th and final row. And I know I've changed your colors, but that was the easiest way I knew to do it to be efficient in the video. So down here where the circle is, we have our 25 single crochets. Then we double crocheted 3 times in each of those stitches. This row we just completed, we did 3 double crochets, 2 double crochets all the way around. I've joined it with a slip stitch. I have chained up 3. Now for the final row, we are going to put 3 double crochets in each of the stitches. So by giving that little bit of breathing room in round 3, it really makes a difference. I have made them with the triple crochet all the way on row 3, and I've just found through trial and error, I was actually really low on yarn is how I discovered that I actually got much better customer feedback, and trying it myself, I found they dried faster and were much less prone to getting that stale smell if they were a little bit looser. I also like using a larger crochet hook, and again I'm using a J or number 10, which is 6 millimeters, because it really does make the stitch just loose enough. Now occasionally this will happen. You'll get a big loop up top, and since this is our final row, I will just pull that out and try to be a little more diligent on keeping it taut. And isn't this a lovely color combo? It reminds me of candy corn. So this is the row that is going to take you quite a while. So if you're still with me and you crochet, drop me a comment below. How did you learn to crochet? Did someone teach you? Did you teach yourself? Did you learn off of a YouTube video? I was actually blessed that my maternal grandmother taught me how to crochet, and she, being a right-handed person, taught me how to crochet right-handed, and I cannot do it any other way. I also have always held my yarn by wrapping it around my little finger and up over the top of my pointer finger. So you just have to kind of find what's comfortable for you. But I have tried, and there are even YouTube videos on a project done right-handed and left-handed, and I can't crochet left-handed. I have to do it right-handed. So, you know, it's really however you learn, that's kind of what sticks with you. So let me finish up this stitch. And as you can see here, we're starting to get that lovely ruffle. And I'm going to continue that all the way through. So this is what's going to take you the majority of the time. When you get to the end, you're going to do exactly what we've done on each and every row. You're going to slip stitch in the very first double crochet. You'll cut your thread, knot it, take your needle, weave it through, and you always, even if it's knotted, you always want to go in 3 different directions. So down, across, back up, or even 4 directions. That is the surest way not to have your tail come untucked. So I am going to pause you here for just a moment. I'll bring you back and show you what the finished product looks like. So here is our completed poof. If I fold it out, you can see the light teal is round 1, the green is 2, the blue is 3, and then the variegated green out here is number 4. But it is a nice sized bath poof that will service you well. I hope you will take the time, if you're a crocheter, to make some. So this is a perfect gift idea for Christmas, for birthdays, and Christmas is coming up, guys, so just a little idea for you. Just to do a sneak peek as well, I package mine this way, and I have a little label about how to care for them. So this is one that will be available on the live. I also have a very fallish orange and white, so I have some different colors. So that's just one of many products that are going to be available. If you would, drop me a comment below. Are you planning on attending the live? I really hope you can make it. And I wanted to say also, if y'all can't make the live, I know sometimes watching the replay is not the most interesting thing in the world, but remember, once you see the product, and if you still want to order some, and you had to visit the live, on a replay situation, all of the information about how to order will be in the video, so you can certainly get a hold of me. I'm going to be coordinating all of the shipping and such, and I will, be able to invoice you, and then, we can kind of go from there. I also wanted to share with you, this is actually Tuesday. I was a week plus ahead on videos, and I alluded to in an earlier video that I'm having to spend a little bit more time with my mom. So I wanted to share a couple things with you all, and I mean no disrespect to my mother, and I don't mean to overshare, but I want to ask you all for your thoughts, well wishes, and prayers. So my mom will be 86 this month and has had a pretty significant decline in her memory, as well as she's, I'll say, imagining things, or not hallucinating exactly, but just having some delusions is what they call them. And that can very much be part of having dementia. She's also had a pretty serious fall. Thank the Lord she was not injured. And yesterday, another injury to herself, or she got an injury to herself, and that's when I really began to realize how poor her safety awareness is. So I may have to navigate a little different care setup for my mom than what I'm currently doing, although I have a caregiver 12 of 14 days, and then I'm there when the caregiver is off. I'm finding that the amount of time and the round-the-clock necessity of mom's needs may be better served perhaps in an assisted living facility or in another care setup. I'm not sure. So if you all can keep me in your thoughts and prayers. I do get very stressed out. It's a lot. My mom can be quite a handful. I have not had her on videos because it's just not a good time, and she's having a lot of trouble with her thinking of words, with her speech, so I don't want to do anything that would embarrass her. So that's why mom has not been on. So I'm saying all that to say I have some things to navigate regarding her injury to her foot this week as well as next week. So if my videos are at a different time, a different day, or perhaps I can't get a video done, please know I want to be there. I just realistically, I can only stretch myself so thin, and I've been also working very hard trying to get ready for our live. Lots and lots of product making going on as well. So I hope that gave you a little inkling as to, kind of what's going on. And again, I will appreciate your thoughts and prayers. As always, be well, be healthy, be blessed, and I hope to see you all a little later this week. Take care.